Hi, I wanted to share with you some of these little, get my stuff out of the way, some little poppies that I've been making. I'll put a still photo as well because I know this, I'm actually filming with my iPad and it's not the greatest, so hopefully you can see the detail on them anyway. So what you need is to either hand cut or hole punch. Just 2 sets of petals. Okay, and just use a mat like this, or you could, my usual thing that I use is actually a piece of fun foam that I buy from the dollar store. Then when it gets all ratty, you can just throw it out and it's not so bad. You can just chop it into a size about that size, and then you have like 2 or 3 of them out of one sheet. So, and get something, if you have a stylus or, well, anything really that's sort of pointy, to make some lines in the petals. So let's see if I can hold it so you can see. So I just make like 3 or 4 lines in each petal. And when you're coloring these, if you don't have ink, like ink pads, you could use Sharpies or pencil crayons, or crayons for that matter. Anything. And it works best to do this first and then color it. That way you only hit the high points. There is a helicopter outside my house right now, of course. They picked a good time to go by, I tell ya. So I just use a piece of paper to color them on. So I'm going to make this one, I guess I'll do a cranberry. And you just go like that. So you're just hitting the high points. And then you can see the lines in it. I don't know if you can see the lines very good. Oops, that did not work. I hope you can see this. Good. So I'll do the second one. Oopsies. There we go. Alright, so there's those, and those will dry while we do the next part. So I'll just set them right here. The next thing you need to do, if you don't have brown paper, then use a piece of white paper and color it brown. Use a Sharpie or whatever you have. You could use black too if you need to. If you don't have brown, it's just fine. So I just cut a little strip, about, I would say, 1/4 of an inch wide. And it's like maybe 3 inches long, but we probably won't use all of it. And then I usually use my little scissors, otherwise I end up cutting it off. I take it and I just basically I'm fraying the edges. And this is to make the center of the poppy. So you just cut as much as you think. Probably 1.5 inches is what I'm thinking. And if you accidentally cut all the way through and it falls off, then you can just glue it together. It's not a big deal. So, alright. So now we've got like an eyelash kind of a cut. So then you just take it and roll it. And it doesn't matter if it looks square or flat or whatever. We'll fix that up once it's all rolled up here. So then you just sort of smush it out. And if you're unhappy with the paper I'm using, this one has got white core, which I don't love, but it's okay for this. I think maybe it adds a little bit of more interest to the center. So you can just put a little dab of glue on here to make it stick. And I'll just do that. Hope that will stick. And then we'll put those two together. And just make sure they're offset. It looks the best. And you could use more than 2 petals if you would like, or 2 sets of petals. And then I just sort of bend it up. And if you wanted to have, I use like the bottom or the top of like anything, really a Sharpie will work, or, well, just pretty much any pen that's got a rounded top or anything else that you might have kicking around. And you can make them more round if you choose to. And then you just go like that. So now you've got more of a shape happening. So there's that. And this guy, I think I'm going to use a glue dot for that. If I could find my glue dots, I would totally use them right now. Okay, I don't know where my glue dots are. So, I'm going to do this then, I guess. You can use a glue stick, you can use whatever you want. Whatever you've got kicking around, use that. And see, that's a little bit too big, so I think I'm going to cut it off. Depending on the size of flower you're doing, I think about there. It's easier to cut it off after, if you need to. There. And that should dry in just a second, but that is our finished poppy. I'll put it on white so you can see it better. There. So I hope you'll try making one. They're lots of fun and they're really cute to put on your projects or cards or whatever, but thanks for watching. Bye.